Okay, good morning, grade fours. I hope you guys had enough sleep. I hope you're ready for today. Hope you're ready for coding. So today we're gonna focus on two main things. So yesterday we touched base on debugging and loops, but we didn't go deeper into them. So today we're gonna focus more on debugging and loops. But before we start, I just want to find out, did everyone manage to do yesterday's activity? Did everyone manage to go on to code.org? Did you finish the activity on course C? Okay, I'm seeing yes and no. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Okay, please make sure that you do that, because as we move on, you won't understand anything if you don't participate in these activities. So make sure you do course C, because that's the foundation. Because as we proceed, things are going to be harder and harder. So please make sure you finish course C to understand what's going to happen. So like I introduced myself yesterday, I'm Kevin Baloyi, a teacher from King David in the Park. I'm also a co-producer of EdTech Summit Africa. And I'm your coding teacher. So yesterday we focused on the KWL method, which was what do you know, what do you want to know, and what have you learned. So today we're going to focus on the 3-2-1 method. So first question, so make sure you pay attention to this lesson, because at the end of this lesson, I'm going to ask you these three questions. I'm going to ask you, what are the three things that you've learned today? 2, what are the 2 things that you will share with your family and friends that you're going to learn today? So what takeaway, what is it that you're taking with you to share with your friends and your family? And then the last one says, what is one thing that you will continue doing? Yes, Lenovo, your hand is up. You want to say something? Nogwanda, can you hear me now?
Sir, I am new.
Okay. For those who are new, I'm just gonna recap. I'm sure you understand what we're talking about. I'm sure you'll be able to participate in today's activity. So if you are new, don't worry. I'll cover you as well. Okay, so at the end of this lesson, you receive a certificate of completion. Those who finished course C, I'm sure you already received your certificate. Those who haven't, please make sure you finish it off so that you can get a certificate. And then again, you have more knowledge on how loops work and what debugging is. Okay, so because we are dealing with coding, and I gave you a definition yesterday of what coding is, but since we're going to be doing coding every day, we're going to have to revisit the coding definition, right? So let's recap. What is coding, right? So coding is a method of giving instructions to a computer to perform a specific task. So you tell a computer what to do, and then the computer will do exactly what you ask it to do, right? So below here, as you see this picture, it's actually the platform where we are going to be coding. But today we're not doing Angry Birds. We're going to focus on Dance Party. Okay, so we spoke about a loop. So a loop is a programming structure that repeats a sequence of instructions until specific condition is met. What do I mean by that? So instead, as you can see that picture, there's a loop block, which is a pink one, written you repeat 3 times, do, right? So instead of using the blue blocks all the time, if, for example, you want to move 5 steps forward, instead of using the 5 blue blocks, you can actually use the loop and then change that 3 to a 5, and then your sprite, which is your character. Remember, let me go back to the slide. I want to show you something. Okay, so this bird is a character. But in coding, we don't call that a character, we call it a sprite, 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 right? So if you want your sprite to move forward 5 times, you're gonna use that and the loop, and then you change that 3 to a 5. Does everyone understand? I'm gonna pause for a bit, and then if you have any question, you can ask me right now before I proceed. Okay, seems like no one has a question. Okay, debugging. So what is debugging? So debugging is actually finding and fixing errors in a program. So for example, a program will literally give you these puzzle pieces, right? These blocks already made for you. So what you have to do is you need to look at your sprite, look at the position of your sprite, look at the destination, and then read your code, right? Read the codes that you've been given. And then if you see that there's a mistake, you're gonna remove those blocks. So that's what we call debugging. It's actually finding and fixing errors in a program. And then after each course, you'll receive a certificate. So after completing your courses, at the end, you're gonna write your name, and then you're gonna get this certificate with your name on it. So please ask your parents or your guardians to print it for you or to save it on your computer. Okay, before we go to the dance party, maybe that'll be homework. Someone's hand is up. Do you want to say something? Yes, I'm listening. Should I continue? Okay. Okay, let me continue. Yes. Is it? I'm listening. You can talk. Hello. Okay, let me continue. So today we're gonna focus on debugging. So we're gonna use loops and we're gonna be debugging. So I have a friend here called Laurel, and we need to help her collect all these purple gems, right? So we have to go to www.code.org. If you are able to, please do that. If you're able to do that, please do it now. How long do we have to do the coding? Um, I don't think I understand your question. What do you mean? Are you talking about this subject coding specifically, or are you talking about using code.org? Oh, so how long do we have to do the coding? Yes, using code.org. So we started with code.org yesterday, and we're gonna continue today, and then hopefully next week for 2 days we're gonna do it, and then on Wednesday that's when I'm gonna introduce Scratch. So that's where we're gonna start creating our own games, apps, and websites and everything, right? So right now I want you to go to code.org. Let us all go to code.org. And remember, each time you go to code.org, you're going to start here, you're going to click on start learning, or you're going to click on learn. So either learn or start learning, right? So either way. And then yesterday we focused on course C. Those who haven't done course C, please make sure you do that, because as you proceed to course D, course E, course F, you will get lost. You won't understand what's happening, right? So each time you go there, after clicking learn, you're going to scroll down. And then on the first block that's written grades K to 5, you're going to click on learn more. Scroll down. So yesterday we focused on course C. Today we're going to jump straight into course D, because our main focus today is debugging. We're going to have to find the problem and fix the problem, right? So for each and every, okay, let me take a pause. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, some are using phones. I'm gonna paste the link right now. Let me just give you the link. Okay, so here's your link. Thank you, Lina. Okay, here's the link. Once you click on that link, it will take you straight to this page, right? So for each and every courses, you'll find that there are videos accompanying every lesson. So make sure you watch these videos, listen carefully, understand the videos, understand what they want you to do. After watching the video, you will understand what you have to do. So as you can see here, there's a graph, and then in the introduction, relay programming. Then today's focus is debugging with Lori, right? When I said at the end of every course you receive a certificate, what I meant was, so you're gonna have to start on the first lesson, finish all these lessons. And then once you get to your dance party, that's when you're gonna receive your certificate, right? Okay. So when you click on that, there's gonna be a video that you will have to watch. So please confirm with me if you hear the sound, right? I'm gonna play the video for at least 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna ask you if you can hear the video. Can you hear the video? Okay, everyone can hear the video, so let's proceed. Let's continue watching the video, and then I'm gonna show you how debugging works, and then you're gonna have to do it on your own.
All computer scientists, no matter how experienced they are, run into errors that they need to fix. This is where debugging comes in. Debugging Debugging is just a word that means finding and fixing errors in a program. The first step towards fixing errors is to find them. Most puzzles have a set button below the play space that you can use to remove problems. If your program doesn't work, press the set button and see what happens. Does the character take action in the right way? Everything looks good with the first block of code. Press the set button again. How does everything look? Is it still running right? Keep going through your code line by line until you find the first place where things go wrong. What happened? What was supposed to happen? What does that tell you? In this puzzle, I get to the last line of code and don't reach the goal. What happened? I got to the end of my code without solving the puzzle. What was supposed to happen? I need to go forward one more step. What does that tell me? It tells me I need to drag out one more of these blocks and attach it to the end for another run. Ta-da! And that's how you debug a program.
Okay, so did everyone understand the video? Do you understand what debugging is? Just confirm with me by saying yes or no if you understood or not. Okay, Zoe says no. Okay, Kalam understands. Okay, guys, listen. So we're gonna do it one step at a time. So I'm gonna start with Laurel. We're gonna help her collect all the germs. So once it's either you'll do this with me or you can do it later when you get time, right? But please make sure you finish this activity. Yes, Lolo? Lolo? Lenovo, your hand is up.
How do we get there?
How do you get where?
What's going on?
Where you are now?
Okay, so you go to your browser, so you can go to your Google Chrome or you can go to Internet Explorer and then just type www.code.org, or you can just click on the link that's on the chat box right now. Any other questions? No questions. So I'm gonna do 2 or 3 with you, and then I want you to do the rest for yourself. But I also want to focus on debugging as well, right? So we're gonna continue. Okay, so do you see any problem here? Okay, let's see. So we already have that. And remember, we need to debug, right? Finding errors and fixing them. So let's see what's gonna happen if you run this program. Okay, so she only moved forward, but she didn't collect anything. What does that tell us? We need to use the collect block, right? But where do we use the collect block? Do we use it here? Let's check. No. Why? Because we need to collect 3 of them. So we need 3 blocks of those, right? So for each move forward, you're gonna collect, and collect. But let's look at this right now. Let's look at this. It says move forward, collect, move forward, collect, move forward, and collect. So repeating the same thing 3 times. So instead of doing this, why don't you use a loop, right? Change that to a 3. And then you're gonna take move forward, collect, put it inside. And then you remove that. Because everything that you do should be under when run. Because when you click run, this is what happens, right? Whatever that you put in here happens. So let's see if you got this one right. Says, congratulations, you collected all 3 items. Finish, right? So you continue. And then you'll see as you continue, it's going to become harder and harder. They gave us this. Now we need to start debugging again. Is this correct? Let's check. Okay, so we saw that she moved forward, collected. She moved forward and collected the second one. Then now she turned left, moved forward, and then collected. So instead of turning left, we're going to have to turn right. So we're going to change your left to a right. Then you run your program. Right. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, no questions. Do you think you'll be able to do this on your own? Okay, let's try and find one that is a bit complicated and then let's solve it together. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is your workspace, right? As you can see, that's your workspace. These are your blocks, the blocks that you use. And then always read the instructions here. Make sure you always read the instructions. Don't just focus on the blocks and the sprite. Focus on the instructions as well. So now our workspace says that we have 7 blocks out of 5. We need to use 5, not 7. So what do we do? Check your code. So she has to move forward and then collect 3 times. So what you're gonna do, debugging is removing, right? Finding and fixing the errors. And then, so we remove that. Let's delete that. Let's debug. Let's remove our puzzle pieces slowly. And then, so now she has to move forward and then collect 3 times, right? So she's gonna move forward once. Let's take a loop because she has to collect 3 times, right? So we're gonna type 3 and then we're gonna run our program. Right. Okay, and then you're gonna continue. Okay, so she has to move forward, collect 10 left, 10 right. Okay, so how do you know whether your sprite should turn left or right? So the position of your sprite is the original position of yourself. So for example, if you are facing the same direction that your character or your sprite is facing, then her left is your left, her right is your right. So let's look at our, okay, let's do this step by step and see if this is correct. Move forward, collect, turn left. So already we see there's a problem. Instead of turning left, she has to turn right. So let's reset, change the left to a right. Then let's do it step by step again. Collect, turn right, move forward, collect. Then it says here, turn right again. Can you see? So we need to fix that as well. So that is debugging in a nutshell. So it's actually finding and fixing the errors. And then turn left, reset, step. Then now we fix that. She didn't turn right, she turned left this time. Then she's gonna move forward, collect, turn right, move forward, collect. Then we are done, right? So that's how you actually find the errors and fix them. Lenovo, here's a link, click on that link, or you can go to code.org. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions? Where do you go after landing on code.org? So there are steps that you need to follow. So once you go to code.org, you're gonna have to click learn. I'm gonna write all the instructions for you. So after that, you're gonna click learn, then number 2, under grades 5 to K, mean K to 5, you will click learn more. Number 3, you're gonna click on course D. And then you're gonna find Laurel, and then you're gonna start debugging with Laurel, help her collect all the gems. So I've written down the instructions for you. So after going to code.org, you can click learn. Number 2, under grades K to 5, you're gonna click learn more. Then number 3, you're gonna click on course D. Or you can just click on that link, it will take you straight to where I was. Any questions? You are most welcome, Musa. Okay, let's continue. So we're gonna go back to our program, and then you're gonna continue with coding. So let me just finish off today's lesson, and then we're gonna continue to our code. So your takeaway message for the day is, I want you to think about an app, a website, or a game that you would like to design after today's lesson, right? So once you've mastered coding the way I taught you, then it shouldn't be a problem for you to design a website, a game, or an app that you'd like to share with your friends, right? So I want you to think, be creative, think about something that's not there already. Think about a game that you'll enjoy playing, right? And then here are some of the helpful links, like I shared yesterday. So you can either code on code.org. You can go to codemonkey.com. You can even download the Code Monkey app on your phone, right? It's like a game, but it's a coding app. It's fun to play. Or you can go to scratch.mit.edu, and then we're gonna start with Scratch next week, right? And then if you are struggling, please feel free to email me, or you can go into YouTube and then just search Hour of Code, or you can search Scratch, and then you'll see how people code. You'll see how many people participate in these coding games and coding activities. Oh, Rarak says I've done Scratch. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm gonna teach you how to design your own games in the next coming weeks. And please make sure that each time you post something on your social media, you use hashtag STEM champions and hashtag read to lead, right? Then for more info, or if you have any questions, please drop me an email at kevinbaloi@gmail.com, right? So right now we're going to continue with our coding. We want to see how far we can get Laurel to collect as many gems as possible. Is everyone still with me? Any questions so far? Any questions? No question. Okay. So let's continue with our coding. Okay, let's go there. Resume. Okay. So here we are. Okay, that looks a bit complicated, but I'm sure we can do it together. So like I said, it says here, all of the commands that you need are already here. Now use your debugging skills to figure out how to solve this puzzle, right? So you're gonna have to move forward, collect, doing the same thing over and over again. You can either use this or you can use your loop. But remember, your workspace will tell you how many blocks it needs. So already there are 16 blocks connected here. And then they needed 16. So it's 16 out of 16. You can use 16 or you can use less. It's up to you. Let's do this step by step and see. Okay, so can you see that we have a lot of errors? We have a lot of errors. So there's a lot that we need to fix here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove all the blue ones and then I'm gonna use the gray ones only, right? I'm gonna delete the blue ones. Oh, another thing, remember, so if your blocks are connected like that, right? And if you want to remove something, you can only remove from the bottom, right? If you do that, you move the whole thing. But if there's something specific that you want to remove, for example, if you want to remove that blue one in the middle, you're gonna have to remove the gray ones first, remove the blue one, delete, and then you connect this one back. Does that make sense? Okay, so right now we need to figure out what to do. So we need to move forward. How many steps? 1, 2, 3. But as we move, we need to collect. So I'm going to use the loop. And then I'm going to change it to a 3. We are going to move forward and collect 3 times. Let's see if we are on the right track so far. So we're going to go 1, collect, 2, collect, 3, and collect, right? So we need to help her collect these other ones. So what's the next step? She needs to turn right. Remember, she's facing that way. So her right is your right. So you're going to take that, put it under there. Don't put it inside, right? Because look what's going to happen when you put it inside. See? You see that? So you need to make sure that it's here. Then when you run your program, then she turn right, and then she has to go move forward twice. So I'm gonna use the loop again because I need her to move forward 2 times. Right there. And then she has to collect after moving forward 2 times. Let's check. Okay. Now she needs to turn right again. Right. And then she has to move forward twice and collect twice. So move forward and collect. How many times? 2 times. Done. Right. Okay. Any questions so far? No question. Okay. Let's continue. Click finish, continue. Okay, now we have a challenge puzzle, right? It says challenge puzzles are lessons designed to stretch your brain. Just do the best that you can. And then you're gonna have to click I'm ready. Please don't skip any lessons. Don't skip anything. Make sure you do all of them, right? Okay, so that one looks a bit complicated, but I am sure that we are going to do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up my workstation, right? Remember, you can only delete the blue ones, you can't delete the gray ones. So the gray ones, you can just leave them on the side, right? So let's delete everything and then you're gonna start from scratch, right? So which direction do you wanna go to first? Okay, I'm gonna turn left, move forward. Okay, let me just use these ones here. Turn left, move forward. And then, let's see. Do you see that? Let's change it to a left. And then now we need to turn right. Move forward. And then collect 2 times. So we're gonna change that 5 to a 2. Then we collect. Are we on the right track? Yes, we are. What do we do? We continue. So we're gonna move forward. Then turn right. Move forward. And collect twice. Let's check again. Okay. Now we're gonna have to move forward twice. Then we turn right. Move forward again 2 times. And then collect 2 times. Are we on the right track? Let's check again. Okay, not quite. What was wrong? Let's see. Okay, turn right. And then here's an error. So now I made an error. Now we need to debug, right? So we're gonna have to remove that collect and put it underneath because we are going to collect twice. 2 times. Then you're gonna move forward. Then turn right. Move forward and collect twice. That's really complicated, but just follow the steps, check your sprite, check the direction of your sprite, read your codes properly, and then you are good to go. Right? Okay, so because we only have like 5 minutes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you do this at your own time. Please make sure you do this, because tomorrow I'm gonna ask you about it, right? Okay, so question time. Since you don't have any questions for me, I have questions for you. So, what are the three things that you have learned today? And then what are the two things that you will share with your family and friends? And what is one thing that you'll continue doing? You can either answer all these questions or you can choose which question to answer. It's up to you. And please make sure, don't forget that when you share your answers on your social media platforms, use the hashtag STEM champions and read to lead. Hashtag read to lead and hashtag STEM champions, right? So right now on your chat box, I want you to answer any of these questions that I've asked you. Can everyone hear me? Okay, since you can hear me, just answer the questions for me. Zoe, thank you for answering the question. So you learn about debugging, right? You learn to correct bugs in the code. So you actually learned how to debug, right? Finding and fixing errors, and we did that together. So I'm sure when you get time at your own space, at your own time, you're gonna be able to actually do this on your own. It's really easy. What you have to do is just read the instructions, read your codes, look at your sprite, look at the directions, focus on those things, and you won't go wrong. Lolo, your hand is up. Coding in different ways. So that's what you've learned. I'll continue coding. Okay, that's good to hear. Any questions? De novo?
Should we continue the to finish the other ones?
Yes. So for you to be able to understand course D and do course D very well, please start with course C, because course C, that's your foundation, that's your basic. That's where you're gonna understand how coding with code.org works, right? So I want you to do course C first, and then you're gonna do course D after. No questions. Okay. So please remember, if you have any questions, you can ask me tomorrow. I mean, on Monday, because tomorrow we are not in school. It's a holiday. So on Monday, if you have any questions, please make sure you write them down. And then once you've written them down, and then next week when we start, we're going to start with the questions first before we proceed with our lesson. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please do enjoy your holiday tomorrow and stay safe. Please always be indoors. Stay safe. Don't forget to wash your hands. Bye, everyone. Yes, Lenovo, before I leave, your hand is up. Okay, goodbye everyone. See you next week.